Today I'm going to teach you guys how to etch a steel sign. The process all starts in Silhouette Studio. Here I'm going to trace the region and cut out the design. In this case, in ducks we trust. Next, we're going to send it over to the plotter for cutting. So here we're cutting out some vinyl, and this is going to work great because we'll be able to peel back the mask and then stick it right on the steel that we're going to etch. Now begins the long process of prepping the mask. Here you want to be super careful not to distort the design that you had made, and honestly this is the most stressful part. So here we have the steel that we're going to etch, and what we're going to do now is put transfer paper on the front side of the vinyl mask and then peel back the back side, which the vinyl is stuck to. You got to be really careful here, because this is the hardest part in this process. You got to make sure that you don't distort the letters or the design at all, because it wants to stick to that white part, but you're trying to get it to stick to the transfer paper. So it's a bit of a battle. Now we're going to align the steel to the mask, being very careful to get the alignment right. And nice. So once that's aligned, you can then go ahead and remove the transfer paper, but you got to make sure that the vinyl is stuck on really well. Up next, we're going to prep the electrolyte bath. In this case, we're using salt water, so we're going to have salt and a bunch of water. Now some chemistry here. The masked steel is going to be our anode. This is the thing that's going to be etched away. But we also need a cathode, and in this case, I'm using steel. But the thing is, I wasn't able to get good enough conduction with this setup, so I ended up using a different cathode. In this case, copper wire. With this setup, I was able to sustain very high current, 5.2 amps, at around 3 volts. And this allowed for a very clean etch. Now this is what it looks like after the etch bath. But before we remove the mask to reveal the design, we're going to paint it. This just saves us a lot of time, so that we can just peel back the mask and reveal the steel. Now here you can really see the depth of the etch. It really creates a beautiful contrast with the paint. And that leaves us with a beautiful plaque. In ducks we trust.